I'm vibing with you, darling DJ, turn it louder. I got tricks on my sleeve that I'm down to show you.
So, today's video, we're going to be doing the matte version of the Tic Toc Tintlip from iMimi. So if you haven't seen the glossy version, I'll link it up here, or you can watch it at the end where I'll link it in the annotation. First things first, the packaging is obviously different. This one is like a really sleek matte. I really like this one. It's like a soft matte finish, like the NARS packaging. And it seems like the coloring, this one also has 5 colors, and it seems like the coloring from 1 to 5 is similar to the glossy ones in that the first one's a reddish color, second like an orange, and like a rosy shade, a nude shade, and then like a pink shade. So other than the fact that these are matte, we're gonna see if the colors are any different from the other ones, kind of like corresponding by number. But when I first tried one of these, the first thing I thought of was like, these are very similar to the Peri Pera lip tints in that they're really thin, soft, matte, velvety, moussey feeling lip tints. The only difference that I noticed though is that this one doesn't give you as much of a smoothed out appearance to the lips. If you haven't seen that video and you want some, you're more into like the matte lip, I would definitely recommend those because those really, the color stains your lips, the color's super long wearing, it really smooth, especially lips like mine that are really wrinkly, it really smooths out the surface of the lips and makes it look really soft and pillowy. So for that, I'll also link it up here. But these ones are pretty much, they're very, very similar. The only difference I think is just like the applicator. This one being in pen style, the other one has like a doe foot applicator. Yeah, and this one just doesn't have as much of like a smoothing effect, but we'll see. Alright, you'll have to excuse me because of the weather. I have a really stuffy nose. In my last video, you see the snot coming out of my fucking nose, so. Alright, so the first one we have Dangerous Red. And again, like the last one, it's a click style applicator. Here it is, alone. Or not alone, but it's like a lip gradient. Here's a full application. It's not a super blue red. I feel like it's still more of like an orangey red, but it's not too orange, but still more on the wearable side for a lot of different skin tones. If you're familiar with the Peri Pera lip tints, these aren't as smoothing, but they still smooth your lips out to some degree. As you can see, it's like, it's not drying looking. It still smooths them out a little bit, just not as much as the Peri Pera ones. But the difference, it really isn't that much. And these ones don't feel uncomfortable on the lips at all. Before I started, I didn't really put lip balm on, but it almost has like a lip balm aspect to it. Although it's not going to be like super creamy and lip balmy and like glossy and all that, but there's a moisturizing element to them. Because if I do have stuff on my lips, I do tend to like rub my lips together a lot, and that would just make the long wearability even worse for my lip color. But for these, they feel really nice. And I love the shape of the applicator because it makes it really easy to get like a good shape or an exact shape to the lips if you are the type of person to wear like full on lip color. As for transfer, it still does transfer to some degree, but it stains your lips, so I don't think it matters too much. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So this still came off, but you still have quite a bit of strong color left. You are still left with quite a bit of a stain on the lips, but if you want, you're gonna have to reapply it throughout the day if you want like the same pigmentation as you get from when you first apply. For me, I don't mind, but there are some people that care about that, so that's just something to note. And here we have number 2, Lively Orange. Oh girl, she's real bright. I remember when I first came to Korea, and around 2013, these sorts of colors were super popular. I'm not really into it now, but I know there are people that really do love the color orange on their lips. But to me, it looks a little bit outdated for me, but if it suits your skin tone, I think that's great for you. This monitor is fucking around with me because to me it looks almost similar to the last one. In person, obviously it's different, but on the monitor, I hope on camera it comes out, you can see the difference. But again, you saw how like raw my lips were looking. It really smoothed out the look of them. Okay, they're Getting a little hard to take off. This is number 3, Wicked Pink. Oh, she's bright. She's real. Yeah, I don't think the monitor is getting how bright it is. It's like a really neon pink. Definitely would wear this with just maybe like eyeliner and mascara because it's, well, maybe it depends on the look you have in your eyes, but this is really, really bright. This is really, really bright. I mean, it's a really fucking pretty color. It's really, really pretty. It's like a neon pink, but a little bit warmer, so it's not too stark. I mean, it's still pretty stark, but it has a bit of wearableness to it. Yeah, but it's still, the formula is really great. My lips are really like raw at this point, but it's still smoothed out really well. I think these velvet matte sort of lip colors are really good for those people with smaller lips, and you want the look of slightly more enlarged lips because I feel like matte lips give off a better, more convincing illusion of bigger lips rather than glossy lips. You know, and they like put their lip color on and they put like the gloss at like the center of the lips. Yeah, I don't think it's as convincing as like a completely matte lip, because even I feel like my lips don't even look this big naturally. So the more I look at it, the more it's kind of growing on me. You see when I stretch my lips out, it's still quite smooth. Okay, that one really fucked my lips up. I mean, not like ruined them, but like stained them. So I'm worried that this beige color, what is this called? Modest Brown. I'm really worried that this is not going to show up properly on my lips. So please bear with me. Oh my god, that looks terrible. Here, let me swatch it on my hand for you. That's what it's supposed to look like. And I already did conceal my lips, so that's how strong that pink was. That's a gradient, I guess. Okay, let me just put it on full. Let me just put it full on. I wiped it off, and this is what the stain looks like. All right, here it is full on. I guess this is supposed to be the nude of the collection. It's kind of like an orangey nude. Actually, I don't think it's very brown. For the most part, it covered that stained pink lip that I had earlier. But it's a pretty color. Not my cup of tea for a nude. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's that color. Last but not least, Innocent Beige. Oh, this is probably supposed to be the nude of the collection. Right here. Okay. Here it is as a gradient, and it's very similar to my natural lip color, so, well, it's very close to my stained lip color, but the effect of like a gradation is probably not as strong there, but let me put it full on now. It's definitely my lips but better sort of shade, and I think because my lips are stained underneath, it's not coming off as nude. It's because it's very pink right now, but this is what it looks like just swatched on the hand. So I actually really like this color. It makes a really pretty MLBB sort of shade, very cute everyday kind of color. So if you're the type of person that has kind of uneven lip color, or you have like a really complex eye look, but you want something more on the natural side of the lips, this would be a good option. I think this one, and maybe I like all of them, maybe except for the orange one and the last one, but it's all personal preference. Those are just the colors that I like. So those were all these swatches. Do I recommend these? Compared to the Peri Pera one, they're not, I don't think that that's different in price, actually. These ones are just slightly more expensive. The formula, it is a little bit different. This one's slightly thicker, but it's not the kind of thicker that would make it like, oh, it's not as good as the Peri Pera ones. The Peri Pera ones are very light and airy and velvety. These ones they're also quite soft and light, but they're a little bit more thick. And by all means, just because it's a little bit thicker than the Peri Pera ones doesn't mean it's like more uncomfortable. I feel like, if anything, it would help it with long wearability even more. But again, these stain your lips anyway, so even if you have like that top layer kind of like rub off if you're eating or drinking, I don't think it matters too much. And you can reapply anyway. I think at this point, there's not that many differences for, like, I mean, I keep comparing the two, but at this point, it's just a matter of what colors you like. I know the Petty Petto ones, there's only 5 colors as well. I'm thinking of the Airy Velvet ones, that's what it is. They do have like a version that's not the Airy Velvets that are just velvet. Those are really pretty as well, so you know, you have a wide range of colors to choose from. These ones only have 5, so, but they're all very different colors, so I think it helps making choices a little bit more easy. So at this point, I don't have much else to say. I really like them. I don't really have anything bad to say about them. They were a little bit difficult to remove, but I mean, if you're gonna wear them all day, isn't that a good thing? You just have to struggle at night taking them off. And yeah, I'm having trouble finding anything bad to say about them. They're just really good. I mean, I think they're, for the price that they are, I think they're a pretty decent product. They are quite popular in Korea as well, so yeah. I hope you found that video helpful, and I'll link them down below if you're interested. Make sure you check out the glossy version if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Come and show me love. Come and show me love. I just want your loving, girl, so come and show me.